Hey, everybody. Happy Easter weekend. It's a pleasure to have you here. Jim Masters, your host, with our entertainment lifestyle talk show series. We're doing a special early episode today. We've got an amazing guest live and direct from sunny Los Angeles, California, by way originally of Toronto, Canada. Brilliant actress and singer extraordinaire. Also, a first-time author of this really very moving book we've been talking about in our promotions called Griffin's Heart. And it's part memoir, and it's also a wonderful book which helps people cope with the loss of a family pet and more. You're going to really enjoy this story, and she's so excited. The response to this book has been absolutely tremendous. She wrote it from her heart and from her soul, and it's an honor to have her here. We wish everybody a very happy and blessed Easter weekend, those who are celebrating Easter. Last weekend, of course, was Passover, and we wish everybody a beautiful Passover. So I know it's a busy weekend for many. Good Friday was yesterday, and tomorrow is Easter. We'll be spending our Easter, of course, with our family as well, and of course, being conscious of the masks and all the things we still need to do. And we greet you wherever you are around the world. This is our International Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. We started almost 1 year ago. Coming up the end of April, early May will be 1 year and over 375 episodes live, almost 7 days a week of our Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series, where we're bringing back the lost art of conversation with warmth, with levity, and of course, our famous exclusive levity, which is that word that we sort of stumbled upon just haphazardly. It just sort of happened when I was talking a little too fast in the summertime. Light love and levity became lovity. So the viewers call themselves the Lovities. They're part of our incredible worldwide Levity squad. They call me Mr. Levity. They call this Levity Hall, and they welcome our guests with warmth and with smiles as Lovities as well. Again, our very special guest, Canadian actress, singer, author of Griffin's Heart, REAGAN Pasternack, is going to join me in just a minute live from Los Angeles. First, let's greet with our afternoon edition. Normally, we're here at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific for those who are watching for the very first time with our Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. However, this afternoon, we're doing a special episode at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, to welcome REAGAN to the show. Let's welcome some of our Levity viewers here in our Saturday afternoon edition of the Jim Masters Show Live. Hello, Jim and Levity Squad. Hope you're having a fantastic Easter weekend. We sure are. Sending you Levity there in South Africa, Juanita. Hope you're having a beautiful Easter weekend with your family. Jennifer Barry's here from Allentown, Pennsylvania. She is Zen. Jim, can we do a happy Easter toast now for tomorrow? Sure, if you've got your glass. We have this one sent in by wonderful Nova Scotia resident Karen Campbell Green. Kind, generous, supportive you. She has sent this to me. Matter of fact, we have a couple of, and we thank her for that, we have a couple of boxes and gifts that we're going to be opening up soon from some of our Lovities that sent some things this way in the last couple of days, and we have the boxes. I'm going to be opening those up. So stick with us. Jennifer Barry, I hope you're happy we've done that Easter toast. Happy Easter, everyone. Blessed be. Absolutely. Kathleen Walker, New York City. Hey, Jim. Hope you're having a great day. We sure are. And it's even better with you here live from New York City. Karen Campbell Green from Nova Scotia, Canada. Good Easter Saturday afternoon. Levity family. Easter Bunny comes hopping tonight. Absolutely. Yep. I hope you got your eggs colored and put away and hidden. You're outside and have a wonderful Easter, Karen. Outside dancing on the mountains to the opening of our show. You love our theme music to the Jim Master Show Live. So you're actually on top of the mountains in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Can only picture that. And yes, she is a fellow Canadian, originally from Toronto, or REAGAN is, and I know you're in Nova Scotia, of course. You had fish and chips for dinner on Good Friday. Very, very nice. Anne is here from Jacksonville, Florida area. Hi, Jim and everyone. Happy Easter weekend. Kristen, you as well, Anne. Hope you enjoyed the Byrne Brothers last night. Happy Easter Sunday and Saturday and the whole weekend. Jim and Lovities, welcome REAGAN Pasternack to the show today. Another great conversation soon in Levity Hall. And good to see you, and happy Easter to you and your family in North Carolina, Christine. Welcome REAGAN to the show from a fellow Canuck, Karen. And also from Canada, Merlin is here Ontario. Hi, Jim and all lovelies. Can't stay long. Good that you are with us. And you are so very welcome, Jim. Good to have you guys with us. Good to have you with us. This is the one show that we're doing today, just so you guys know. The guest we were going to have at 7 had a family emergency, so we're going to reschedule her. So she's out of town. So we're going to rebook her. She was going to come on at 7 tonight. We're going to rebook her to a future date. You know, she extends her apologies, but we said, of course, family first, especially on the holiday weekend. So we will be seeing you today, right now, here live. And Crystal Nolan says, hi, Jim and everyone. Happy Easter weekend. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We sure are. And it's good to see all of you. Easter blessings to one and all from Karen. And Jennifer's in the Stroudsburg Pocono Mountains. Very, very nice. I really enjoy it and very welcome. Thank you, Karen. And we've got a great show in store. Again, our very special guest, Reagan Pasternack, is here. Now, you may have seen her on Netflix and HBO and so many incredible television shows. She's a television actress. She's a film actress, stage as well, singer and author of a wonderful book that she penned, which is near and dear to her heart. And if anybody, and I'm sure you have, I know I have, probably all of us have, if you've ever, lost a pet who really is more like a family member than even the word pet. Mourning Your Pet with No Apologies, a memoir, healing journal, and keepsake, written by Reagan Pasternack, is Griffin's Heart. This is brand new. This is a very exciting that we're telling you about this here on the Jim Masters Show Live. This might also be a great gift for anybody who is going through the loss of a pet. It can be a very moving situation, as we know, because again, they are just like family members, almost like a child or, brother or sister or whatever it may be. So let's welcome live and direct from Los Angeles, California, brilliant actress, television, film, stage, and so much more, the wonderful Reagan Pasternack, joining us here exclusively on the Jim Masters Show Live. Reagan, welcome to you and happy holiday weekend. It's a pleasure to have you today.
Thank you so much. You just made me feel like $1 million. Well, for that introduction, I want to replay that in my head and get down about myself.
It'll be available on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV in perpetuity.
My phone played in my ear every day. We all need to hear that about ourselves, right?
Absolutely. My pleasure. You look nice and comfy. The setting, tell us about the setting where you are. It looks really nice.
My bedroom, the PG version. No, but welcome to my bedroom. This is I'm just sitting here at home doing the COVID thing, and you might hear some dogs barking in the background, or cats meowing because the house is full. But here I am.
So you have family with you for the weekend holiday visiting?
My family's all in Canada. Nobody can come yet. Not everybody's completely vaccinated, and
right.
Canada's a little slower with that. With the vaccination, they've done a better job at keeping COVID numbers down, but their vaccination is slower. So we're going to wait a little bit longer. But I have my beautiful little 8-year-old boy with me, and my husband, and all of our animals, and we're still playing it pretty safe. So, but we'll have some fun.
As are we. We have family, all over I mentioned it on the show a couple of times. My mother's the youngest of 16. So
wow.
on just her side of the family, there's a lot, but everybody, they're all over the United States. We even have 100 relatives who discovered a town and founded a town in Canada, in New Brunswick, called Kierstead Falls and Kierstead Mountain. All on and they settled the town and founded it long time ago, but everybody is playing it safe. Everybody, here comes, Mother's Day's coming, and we've had birthdays and all of these things. But because everybody is like my folks are, they're in Florida and we're up here in the Northeast. So that's been tough because everybody's so scattered, and but everybody wants to be safe. So you've got to play it. You got to play it safe.
We're so close. We're so close to being at the
almost there. Right. I had vaccine 1 because Yeah,
Yeah.
our state here has opened it up all the way down to 16 years old now, because they really want to get people vaccinated quick before those variants take hold. So they're doing a great job with it, and
Good.
I want to show you some of the Lovity coming your way. Remember, we say Lovity on this show with our Lovity squad. Hi, Reagan. Welcome from Kathleen Walker in New York City. Juanita in South Africa says, welcome to the show, Reagan, as well. And Karen, who's in Nova Scotia, is sending along holiday greetings as well to everybody. And Merlin is on Ontario. She's in Innerkip, Ontario. She welcomes everybody as well, and everybody, all the Lovities are sending their love here. How are you doing? This book really is extraordinary. Tell us about the inspiration for Griffin's Heart. It's a beautiful book.
Thank you so much. Gosh, so about 10 years ago, I lost my little soulmate animal, and Griffin. And I was so completely devastated. It just didn't seem to be going away, the pain. And so eventually I ended up getting insomnia from being so sad about it, and felt isolated, because it's they call it a disenfranchised grief, because it's not a grief that everybody takes seriously. So I just couldn't find quite the resources that I needed to, I didn't want something super academic. I didn't want to be reading, a textbook when you're feeling grief. And I wanted connection, and I wanted some real help. And so I actually went to see a therapist about it, and she validated that pain, which meant so much to me. And I just thought, wow, she validated my pain. And that opened me up to feel so much more free about expressing how I was feeling, and actually got me into much more healing, and was able to, adopt another animal eventually and all that. But so I started writing down my experiences. I kept, I thought I want to write the resource that I wanted during that time. And I didn't know what that would look like. And, and I am an actress, so I was very, very busy during all that, but I would write, and then I would put it down, go, I don't know what I'm doing, and pick it back up again. And, so eventually, about 2 years ago, I guess maybe 2.5 years ago now, my husband just came out one morning and just saw me on the couch. He's like, you need to finish that book. It's true to who you are. It's so completely you. Right. And so I really figured it out. I figured out, because during that big time span from starting the book, I'm such a nonstop reader myself. And so I started putting everything I'd been reading into, what does that say about grief? What does music say about grief? What does art say about grief? And I realized, in journaling, I became such a huge journaler during that time. So I thought, what if I write this book as if I am the reader's friend, and we are sitting together sharing this experience of, what does it mean to mourn an animal? What does it say about you? What does it say about the animal? And I thought, what about journaling prompts? What about just kind of the beginnings of meditations? And what about finding a more positive way to look at the end of life? And I know that sounds like, how is that possible? But it's about finding meaning. It doesn't mean you're like happy. It means that you have explored it, and you have not let it fester in your body. So the word, and then I thought, what if I make it as beautiful as I can, and in the highest quality of paper, and so that at the end of the book, the reader can not only have had an outlet for their pain, and a pathway to a better way of looking at their pain, but also a keepsake, and almost a tribute. And that was it. I was like, that's what I want it to be. I want it to be a tribute to their animal, because for humans, we have funerals, and we have a different way of accepting grief as humans. And I thought, I know I would have felt better about my animal's passing if I gave him the respect, for lack of a better word, than that he deserved. Because our animals, if I'm talking to people who have had that connection with their animals, they just give you unconditional love. And I don't think they should be just forgotten and you should move on. That's my feeling. And that allowed me just to kind of grow as a person. and I'm just, I love being an actress, but nothing has been more fulfilling than being authentic in this specific journey and what it's meant. Yeah.
Tell us about Griffin. Griffin, obviously, some very, very special to you, more than a pet, a loved one in your eyes. Tell us a little bit about Griffin.
Oh my goodness. So Griffin was a Devon Rex. And I don't know. And Google get Devon Rex if you don't know what that is. It's a breed of cat that is, it has a different kind of hair. It's almost like it doesn't shed, and it's almost a little curly, and they have these huge ears and crazy eyes, and they have amazing characteristics, and I find them adorable and beautiful. But on top of it, they're incredibly intelligent and social. And he would sit on my shoulder. He would eat food with his paw and pick it up and put it in his mouth. He was just like a monkey almost. He was just this incredible being. But what's interesting is that none of that really matters. It was more that he was so connected to me. And I've had people ask me, do you think it was where you were in your life at that time, or do you think it was him? And I think it was both. And that's why I do love the idea of journaling through these kinds of feelings, because you start learning about yourself. Where was I in that life? Actually, I was going through a big breakup in my life. I was starting a new huge job, my first lead on a series during that time. What did he represent during those times? He represented comfort. He represented stability. He represented so much unconditional love and laughter, honestly, for so long. And then he moved to Los Angeles with me. And then, he just brought me so much playfulness. And I think that's the thing about animals that we can't do as well as humans, but because there's no language, there's this innate connection, and they tap you into, you can just stare at an animal and forget about, the cerebral parts of life that kind of stress us out, and they actually, there's proof that they release dopamine. So that's what antidepressants do. And these guys do it naturally. It's pretty amazing, actually.
It really, really is. You had Griffin for how long?
And he had a heart disease, which is why I call the book Griffin's Heart, because it still makes me cry 10 years later. But he had an amazing heart, but it was sick. And he died at 7.5. So I was totally taken by surprise. We had a year of knowing he was sick, but the idea that he was going to die so young, when I'd grown up with cats that lived to be like 21, kid, so I was just not prepared. And he just seemed like he was such a young spirit. So it just, it was hard. It was hard to say goodbye so early. And, he just deserved so much. He was just such a happiness light in this little sparkly light in this world that can bring us down sometimes, so yeah.
So this relationship, obviously, you still think of Griffin as such a beautiful way. I mean, your life enhanced, and Griffin's life enhanced with you being the person that cared for Griffin and loved Griffin and stood by Griffin and made sure Griffin had everything that Griffin needed. Was it easy to not replace Griffin, because you can never replace Griffin, but get another pet and welcome another pet into the home? Is that a hard process to have happen? Have you been able to do that?
Well, it's interesting, and it's in the book as well. But when Griffin passed away, I didn't know what to do with the pain. So I thought, our friend, there was a stray outside our friend's house. I was like, I'll take the stray cat. It was a orange tabby, he's a great cat. He actually just passed away, but he was a fantastic cat. And that wasn't kind of making the pain go away, even though I really loved this cat. It just wasn't taking the place of Griffin. And then I thought, a dog, I'll get a dog. A dog will replace the pain of Griffin, because, dogs are, active. I'll have to walk it, and it'll take the place. And that didn't take the place of Griffin. Did I love those animals? Absolutely. I love that dog. He's out in the hallway right now sleeping. And I have many more animals now, but I realized that no animal replaces that animal. And if you don't do the work of figuring out what your grief is and getting through that little dark part to get back into the light, that nobody will replace, and you will always be comparing. That's my experience. Everybody's different, and if you don't have that experience, I think that's awesome. Go. There's so many animals that need homes. Go get one, but it's not going to replace. I have a quote in the book that says, no two loves are alike. You'll never find the same love twice. So, in a human being either, it's all a different experience and a learning lesson for us, right?
I bet you find too, people open up to you and they pour their hearts out upon reading the book. We're very much, very open on this show and authentic on this show as well. And I can even show you some of the lovities who are even responding to our conversation together, Reagan. Karen in Nova Scotia says, I adore all cats. My very first cat as a child was an orange cat. I love orange cats. I mean, we become almost like childlike when we are around our pets. There's no mask. It's whether it's a dog, a cat, whatever the case may be. If there's that relationship there, it's literally, as they describe it, unconditional. And unconditional is a tough thing to find. Jennifer Berry says, our animals that leave us are still with us. Watch for signs, a feel of a jump on the bed, something moved. She feels she sees it all the time. Merlin in Canada, in Ontario, I have 11 grand fur babies, cats, and 3 dogs.
Yes.
Yeah. Juanita in South Africa, I didn't want another cat after my cat passed. She was 13, 3 months. Later, a little wet, terrified kitten fell into her laps later on. The most awesome cat ever. They find you.
I believe it.
They find you. Bobby Horowitz, who's a wonderful performer and entertainer in New York City. She goes, I know. And my son's cat, Hotspur, is in heaven now. She also says, I'm so glad I was able to get here. I'm a cat lover. I had my Hotspur, his name from the Shakespeare play, and I had him for 11 years. Karen in Nova Scotia says her family refers to their cat, Smokey, as their therapy cat. I love that too. And Juanita says, I also have my cat, and more recently my dog, buried in the garden. We plant some flowers at each grave and often visit and talk to them as well. I think that is
that. I love that so much. Yeah.
Denise says, hello, Jim. Welcome, Reagan. You're now a lovity.
Yes, I'm a lovity.
You're a lovity on the Jim Masters Show Live. Absolutely. Christine Clifton in North Carolina says, thanks for writing this book, Reagan. I assisted an author, animal medium, for a few years ago, helping on her pet loss online group. Our pet loss is a great loss. Thanks for helping others heal. And that's what I'm thinking, that you're probably getting a lot of response from people. Mona in Louisiana, your pets need to be remembered always. We have our 3 dogs buried in my flower bed. Going to make them all a headstone. I miss them all so much. Karen says, oh yes, I like the term celebration of life rather than a sad, depressing, mopey service after a loved one, including pets that have passed as well. You get a lot of people that feel connected. They open up to you upon reading the book because you've opened up. You've been so expressive and emotional and authentic with the book.
Yeah, that might be the best part. And also, while I was writing the book, and every time I think, oh, I'm putting it down, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what this book is going to be. I would run into another person who started opening up to me about how profound their loss was of their animal. And truly, some people would say, somehow, after I lost my father, that was really hard. I lost my sister, that was really hard. And somehow losing my dog felt even harder. And people were saying these things, and I kept thinking, no, I gotta finish this book, because I am not alone in this. I'm really not. So Yeah. And to me, connection is everything. And I'm actually, I consider myself kind of an introvert. I'm happy to be alone, but if the pandemic has proven anything, it's that, even an introvert like me needs to connect. And when you connect on that deeper level, when you can really hear somebody's pain or their joy or whatever it is, and when people are opening up to me about their animals, it's just been so rewarding and on a different level than I even could have known writing the book. So I am so grateful for that. I really am. And I hope people continue to do that, because I am definitely here to listen for sure.
What was it like when you first started the book? Was that difficult to start putting the thoughts down on paper for you, Reagan?
Something I have to say, it was cathartic. So
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it was more cathartic, and there's tears, and I would challenge myself. I would say, "Are you being authentic? Say what you really thought right now." I kept challenging myself to make sure that I was being completely honest and in everything that I was going through at the time. And some of it felt a little, shy to say it, but at the end, I just thought that this is what life really is supposed to be about. It really is supposed to be about, just meaningful authenticity and sharing. I really do, connecting. It really is. I love Brene Brown. This is that incredible author, but she talks so much about that. If nothing else matters, if we're not connecting with each other, nothing. And I really believe it. I believe it on every level. So yeah, it's been incredible.
As you were writing the book, did you have to pause here and there because it got really deep and emotional for you along the way?
I would be completely exhausted after I would always set a 2-hour time limit. Sometimes I would go over, sometimes I would never go under. That was my goal every day, to do 2 hours. And I would, if I had time, I would just come back into this very bedroom and collapse on the bed and just nap for about 10, 15 minutes and just get my energy, because sharing on that level is intense. But the truth is, the book isn't, the beginning part, I do talk about how I got there. The epilogue, I talk about some of the, the harder parts about saying goodbye. But the book is really about, as they talk about, cognitive therapy is about rewiring the way we think about things, and, changing our perceptions, changing our patterns. And I really tried to keep that in mind the whole time I was writing, so that, is it hard? Is it hard to talk about those things? It feels hard before you almost do it. And then once you do it, it actually isn't. It's real. It's real. And so often we just avoid what's real. And although it's exhausting to kind of, be real, actually, but it is actually. So, but it's so, you grow so much. I learned so much about myself. I really did. I learned so much about other people, and reading, and just reading other people's stories. And I don't know. It was this unbelievable learning experience for me writing it. I sometimes look back at it and I said, how did it come together in this way? Because, but it didn't. I don't know. Just like levity, the word levity. It's almost
just happened. Yeah.
And they just happen. And they say in the Jewish, in Hebrew, it's called beshert, and some things are meant to be. And I really do believe this book was meant to be. Probably your show was meant to be as well.
That's right. It all comes out of love and authenticity. Exactly. An expression of it, which you've done with the book. How did you first get started in acting, Reagan? Was it in Canada? Were you starting, as a young girl in plays in school and all? Tell us a little bit about the background.
Yeah, you got it. I went, I believe it started with me coming to a singing lesson with one of my sisters. And I'm the youngest of all my siblings, but the 2 girls, I was the youngest. And I sang a little bit at the singing lesson, and the singing teacher thought that I should explore that. And so I started singing first, and then I was put into an acting class as well. And I just felt like I I felt like I found my thing that I was good at something and I could express myself in a way. And I was only about 7 or 8, but, and then my parents had me audition for a school for the arts out in Canada in Toronto. And, I did that. And, so I've been doing it the whole time. I did some commercials when I was a kid, but then, I never stopped. I couldn't stop. And I honestly believe you don't get into this business unless you just can't not do it, because there's too many highs and lows otherwise. But for me, I've tried to pretend so many times that I am going to somehow leave the business. It's never going to happen. I love it too much. And and then I just went to college for it as well. I went to college for musical theater, singing and dancing. And out of college, I had a year of auditioning and doing little parts here and there. And then I got my first lead in a Disney series called In a Heartbeat. And that was, that started the ball rolling for me. And from then on, that was it.
That's a good place to begin with Disney, huh?
Bad, right? I was right into the fire too. It was, 17-hour days and intense, but it was a great learning experience for me.
Karen, Juanita says, I think it's very important to normalize death for our kids, especially when pets that do not live as long. It makes the grieving process easier. And I agree 100% with that. It does help normalize it in a way for the children. Mm-hmm. And Karen in Nova Scotia says her nephew attended the School of the Arts in Toronto.
Well, Karen, I will say that I met my husband in Nova Scotia because I was doing a Christmas movie out there. And he's from Halifax. He was living in Dartmouth then. She'll know all these places that I'm talking about. And so I have such a huge place in my heart for Halifax. I spent a long time going back and forth to Halifax before we moved out here. So I love Nova Scotia, Peggy's Cove, and all the amazing, adorable restaurants and the people out there. I miss it so much. So hello.
Merlin, who's in Ontario, says, have you done any Canadian acting in our television shows, series? There, probably the CBC and other networks
yes.
in specials and shows there too in Canada?
Yes, I did a series called Being Erica, which was a huge success in Canada. And I did that for 4 years. I played the mean, evil Julianne. Yeah. I don't know why they keep casting me in those roles, but I call it perspective, but I don't know, maybe there's something inside me that's, I don't know what it is, but I loved being Erica. And that show won tons of awards and it was still to this day, probably my favorite acting experience. I'm still best friends with Aaron Karpluk, who played Erica. And so.
What about New York? Have you had any exposure to New York, done any work in New York over the years?
You know what? I haven't. I can't believe it. I've done theater out here in LA, but not New York. It's, because my road took me into the film and television industry so fast, I just didn't do that much. I didn't go down that Broadway road, which I have so much regret about, because I that's my true love. But I know I wish I was. I love New York. I've studied a bunch out there, but not really working out there. Yeah.
What are some current projects that you're working on that people can look out for?
Okay, so I started, when the pandemic hit, I started a show called Winona Earp, which is actually out in Calgary. And then the pandemic hit. So my character had to be, because I couldn't, for quarantine reasons, I couldn't keep going back and forth. I was so sad because I loved being on that show. But I just finished a reoccurring that I was shooting out in Atlanta, Georgia, for BET, actually. And it's
sure.
Yeah, and I know the blonde actress on BET. It's rare. So, I was so excited to be a part of it because it's hilarious. It's a new sitcom called Miss Pat, based on the comedian Miss Pat, and it has tons of heart, extremely foul language. I will make sure your viewers are very aware of that. It
bleep, bleep, bleep.
So I remember auditioning going like, wait, what? Are they allowed to say this on television?
Is my mom going to watch? He probably said, my mom's going to watch this.
Yeah, actually, my parents will love it. They don't care about language, but because actually there's so much heart. It's a sitcom. It's a sitcom, and there's so much heart. But it's her real life, and she's, that's how she grew up in the hood in Atlanta. So if you put the hood in Atlanta mixed with a family sitcom, it's gonna have some cursing, and it does, but it's almost, I think it's worth it because it's just so funny.
What do you love about acting and performing? I know it brings a great joy and blessing, doesn't it, to be able to take on these roles and, do work that really impacts people and entertains them and maybe allows them to escape from sometimes even the realities of their own life and some of the crazy things that go on.
I hope so. I mean, that's how I feel watching other performers. And I mean, I think you can relate to this. It's in your blood or it's not. And for me, I need it to keep being a happy person. I need to be performing in some way. And there's ups and downs in this business for sure. And I've had plenty of rejection. I mean, so much rejection as well. So, you learn to be really grateful when you get a job you love. And I definitely try to keep that in there always, how to stay grateful and love it. I do love it. I absolutely I love being creative. It's how I stay sane.
Do you see another book in the offing, whether it be, tied to what the first book was about, or maybe something else? Now that you've written this book, it's out there, you've experienced the process and the publishing and all the things that, the editorial, there's all this that goes into it. It isn't just putting pen to paper and all of a sudden magically there it is. There's the cover art and all the different things. Now you know the entire process of what it's like to put a book together. Did that sort of tickle your fancy to want to do more?
It's so funny. I still don't even really consider myself a writer. I had this book, here it is, my book, in my heart and in my brain, and I needed to write this book. And it happened so organically and authentically. And but I don't know. I mean, I definitely wouldn't say never, because I can't stop. I'm not somebody who can just sit down and relax. I always need to be creative and doing something. So I have other things going on in my head, but right now this is so my baby, and the mission about changing the culture of grief is actually really important to me. I also lost my mom just over a year ago. And I've seen it now with animals, and I've seen it now with humans. And oh man, it's a culture that that I really want to be a part of changing, and realizing that people need validation and need to be able to mourn the way however they need. And so this Griffin's Heart now is my baby, where I mean, will I write another book? Maybe, but it's at this point, I'm just so excited about doing talks on this, doing this, your show on this, doing all the press that we've been doing. I feel so connected to it in a way that, honestly, as much as I love acting, I've never felt before doing any press for any show. It's not the same as this. This feels like I need to be talking about this right now. So that's my focus. We'll see down the road.
Well, it's amazing, isn't it, when that happens, when you have an opportunity, and sometimes it's as a result of life's experiences and wisdom and experience and life lived, and the journey that we're on, our life's journey, that we are given, or sometimes even create ourselves, if life doesn't create it for us, these opportunities to be able to be fully expressive and connected with people, meaning that you're doing that when you're acting and you're on set and you're doing, you're acting the role of the other person. Mm-hmm. There's something about writing this book about your life, your experiences, the people that mean so much to you, and what it's like to lose a pet. And I'm sorry to hear, of course, about your mom as well. I'm sure that still is something that is within you forever. Of course, that's a forever. So these experiences that come at us, whether we script them perfectly or they just get thrown at us, we live and we learn. Everything is a teachable moment. and allows us through the experiences we have to then, it's really amazing how when we have experiences, good, bad, and ugly, some people like yourself, I'm very much like that, very kindred spirit in that way, have this, it's like we're compelled to have to now, we've always been this way, but it's enhanced when you go through things in life to want to reach out and show others, help others who you see are experiencing these things in life, help them through grief, help them, lift them up when they fall. And that comes from, if that wasn't in the essence of who Reagan is, you would never have written the book. You wouldn't be talking about the book, and you wouldn't have shared so deeply and openly the essence of you and how you have, carried yourself with these wonderful relations in your life and the way you think about life in such a deep and meaningful way. None of that would have happened if that wasn't something that was, called upon within yourself to rise to the surface and now be out there for other people to gravitate to. They gravitate to the acting, the talent, the performance, but now this is level 2. This is deeper. This is Reagan, not the actress singer. This is Reagan, the person, opening and revealing herself in the way, she's dealt with loss and grief along the way. And as scary as that could be and seem risky and vulnerable and open and all those things, the rewards, the response, the connections, the cathartic, therapeutic thing of doing it is extraordinary. It's hard to even match it in a script or other things that are done, in other professional venues, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that was so well put. Oh God, it's so, you don't want to say that about your own thing, but I feel like every single person, that's watching this, every person that will watch this, every person out there has something like that in them. And if we just open ourselves to the universe or whatever you want to call it, those things do come out, and oh gosh, who is it? Is it Gay Hendricks, I think, talks about your zone of genius. And I'm not saying I have genius, but he calls that part of yourself, the part that you are meant to express, he calls everybody has it, their zone of genius. And if you can access it and say yes to it, it feels like nothing else. It's absolute bliss. And gives our lives so much meaning, and we all have it. You definitely have it. You got the gift of gab. You have that. I don't necessarily have that. I wish I could have that, but yeah, no, you kind of have to allow yourself to tap into that. And I love that term, the zone of genius, because it's not about Einstein or something, although that was for sure his zone of genius. All his discoveries, but just tapping into our own, which that could be being an incredible nurse, but you're in your zone, and whatever it is, we're all meant to live in that. I know that. So yeah.
It's so true. It really is. Beautifully said, Reagan. What do you hope people are left with when they read this book, Griffin's Heart?
I hope that they are left with a sense of, I hope that they feel proud of themselves for having the courage and taking the time to mourn their animal and to find the light of who they are because of that animal. And I don't like the word closure, because I don't really know what it means, but there is a sense of completion once you've honored a life that's lost. And that's what I hope they feel.
That's beautifully said. Right. I'm not a good closure, just put a button on it type thing. And the other thing too, which I'm sure you've, through the various losses that we all experience in our lives and that have touched you as well. Sometimes you do have people that are around you, whether it's the loss of a family member, a friend, a colleague, a pet, that will say, okay, now, it's been 2 months. You got to move on. You got to let go. You got to, stop it. And that's not how grief works. Nobody else can put the timetable on you going through it or ever telling you not to go through it. One of the worst things you could do is to actually put grief on hold, to sort of just cover it over or slip it under the rug and not really deal with it. Because if you don't, there will be triggers when you're out in public with a group of people, or you're accepting an Oscar or whatever, and boom, a scent, a sound, a flavor, a visualization will trigger it, and you haven't dealt with it. Talking about it is so important. Releasing, comparing, not comparing, but bouncing off other people's experiences and knowing that you're not alone is so important. But not dealing with it and sweeping it under the rug can be detrimental, right?
I completely subscribe to that. I believe that our bodies keep the score. There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score. And that is true. I have a chapter that says, where does the pain go? And the whole point is that, if you pretend that it didn't exist, or you try to just keep going with life, where do you think it goes? It doesn't just evaporate. It goes somewhere. It goes into your heart. It goes into your back. It goes into insomnia. It goes into anxiety. It builds up walls for the way you perceive taking in a new love or a new life into your life. And it 100% does that. I've researched it enough to know I am not wrong about this. You don't need to, but if you don't want that loss to fester, the best way is to explore it. And there are ways to explore it that aren't only about pain. There are ways to explore it that remind you that death isn't all-encompassing definitive. That's one part of life, and it's the most guaranteed part of life. So focusing on the lighter parts of life, focusing on rewiring to have the good memories instead of that last memory, that last part that was so painful, is so helpful. And it's so helpful for me too, with my animal losses and with my human losses that I've had. And it's doable. It's actually doable. So, yeah.
And that's key. That is key. It is definitely doable. And, especially, is there an audience for the book? Is it for all ages? If it's read by or read to a youngster, would that be of great help as well?
So, I've had that question a lot, that where, is this a kid's book? And also the cover is so playful that it almost lends itself, but it's supposed to kind of tap into how childlike we are with our animals. But it isn't, I wouldn't say it's a children's book. I mean, if I was going to write another book linked to this, it might be that version. But what it would help you do, hopefully, is, because it's all about allowing. I believe if you allow your feelings, it's teaching you to teach your children to allow their feelings. There are exercises in there. There's, I have an exercise to access the right side of our brain, the more emotional, creative part of our brain, as opposed to the left, where you draw an upside down sketch of your pet. That's an exercise in the book. It doesn't have to be good, but it's just kind of getting you out of the sadder side of it. And that I thought maybe could be a fun one to do with your child. I would do that with my son, or one of our dogs is really sick, and I feel like we're going to need to do quite a bit of grief work with my son when that happens. But all in all, it is actually geared for grown-ups. But hopefully after reading it, you can have better, easier conversations about death and what it means to grieve an animal with your child.
Absolutely. A number of people had asked about the beautiful cover. How was the cover thought about and created? It's such a beautiful cover. And so, really touching. There it is there.
And I have a beautiful slipcase we keep it in because it's a keepsake. Ultimately, we have a beautiful, thick, gorgeous keepsake that keeps it protected. And there's all these places for photos as well, so it kind of keeps everything locked in there. So the cover, Um, oh my God, I do not want to cry on television, although it's happened before. So, after Griffin passed away, my sweet husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, he was the person who really knew how much pain I was in. And the Christmas, he died in September. And at Christmas that year, my husband painted me. He painted me this painting, actually. It's even more beautiful in the painting. And he put me in these big, heavy black boots because I felt like I kept saying, I just feel so weighted down by this pain. And he put in it a little red blanket that was Griffin's favorite blanket, and this little green frog that was the only toy Griffin loved and would get so excited even when he was very sick. He would get so excited to see that toy. And the blanket, he passed away in that blanket. And so yes, I did marry the kindest man in the world. And he made that painting for me. And I always said when I was writing the book, this is the cover of the book. And my husband kept going, no, we're going to come up. No, there's going to be something else. Cause he's an artist, and he does brands professionally for people. And he said, no, we're not doing that. And I said, I don't care who publishes this. I don't care anything else, but that is going on the cover of this book because it has meant so much to me. We have it. It's huge. It's a huge painting in real life. It's out in my dining room, actually. So that's the story there.
That is beautiful. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about it, and it's fantastic. And again, that just keeps it, it's even more personal and touching that he did that. You know what I mean? So this book is a complete full circle situation. And the Band-Aid, that's a Band-Aid on the heart, right?
Yeah. That's right. It's supposed to be a bit of an abstract. People are like, what is that big long claw? But it's supposed to be kind of abstract. So it's not, it's almost a dreamlike state of a paw of a whatever animal, whatever monster, whatever, anything you want. But it was Griffin, I can't even say it, but giving me back my heart with the baby.
You can see handing it back, right? You could see it there. Absolutely. And Juanita in South Africa says, perfect cover. Perfect cover. And Jennifer Barry in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Reagan, thank you for sharing a personal moment in your life with us and for being on Jim's show. Jim, can we please have Reagan back? Love her. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, as she goes along and, we'll have more, we'll talk about her career more and things of that nature. Wow, your Nova Scotian husband sounds awesome.
Right?
And Juanita even says would love a practical children's edition too. So that could be something maybe down the line. Yeah. Where can people find this fantastic book? Is it on Amazon, all the usual places?
It is on Amazon.com. And part of proceeds will always go to an animal charity. And
you're very involved, PETA and all these, you're very involved. You've always been involved in giving back in charities, charitable efforts, and not just with animals, but with animals. And that's a beautiful thing.
It's a definite two-way street. It's I think it's just it's something I don't even feel like is an option. We're all supposed to do that. We're all supposed to give back. You're giving back. Everybody gives back in certain ways. And for me, I want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. So, and we also right now we're also fostering this beautiful, you can see it on my Instagram page if anybody's curious, because I'm going crazy over these babies. This beautiful mommy cat who's just given birth to these baby kittens, and they are ridiculous. And we just sit there forever just staring at them. And my husband's like, I should be working. And my son wakes up first thing now, goes and checks on the babies, and the mommy is just like a little angel cat. So kitten season. So if anybody has room in their house to take in a mommy cat, it's pretty easy actually, and it's pretty rewarding. The mom takes care of those babies. All you have to do is feed them, give them love, and watch the whole thing happen. And it's pretty awesome.
Isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Karen in Nova Scotia asks, is there an Audible version, like an audiobook or something?
You know, the thing, because the book is so interactive, we haven't figured out how we can do that yet, because the book is so about the reader. It is such a process for the reader. It's a book, but it really is it's more of an interactive guide. It's more of a keepsake. It's more about putting your photos in there. So we're thinking of maybe a way of just saying, go get a notebook. Here's, this is your journal prompt, this is, so what we're going to figure it out. But at this point, we're just kind of, it's kind of about having the book in your hand at this point.
Having the actual tactile experience of it. Exactly. Denise says, looking forward to reading your book. Several of them actually have been saying that throughout. They're very responsive, our lovely viewers from around the world. They're going to order the book. Some of them have just ordered it. They're ordering it now. They all do love the cover as well. Kathleen in New York, Bobby Horowitz. Good to see you, Bobby. Kathleen in New York City. This sounds like a special book, and I love the cover as well. So yeah, a lot of people are being touched by it. And when you look at all of this, these blessings you have in your life, Reagan, through the ups and the downs, the tragedies, the triumphs, everything that life really is all about. What are some of those continued blessings and inspirations for you that keep you going and keep you, wanting to connect with people and create and inspire in the way that you do through your work and just you as Reagan?
Yeah, I hope to be able to keep doing my both parts of my work, the grief work, and then the acting. All of that. I also want to always make sure to be the best mommy I can be. I've got that little boy, and I want to make sure he's happy and steady out there in this crazy world. And I want to be a good animal mommy to all my fur babies that are crawling all over this house. So those are the other things. I mean, I am a workaholic. I actually am. So I have to, that's the part that I have to go take the time. Because when I really look around my life at my beautiful son and my beautiful animals and my husband, oh man, it's full of love, right? It's the best. What about you? What would you say to that? Because that's a great question.
The number one is always the love of family. Love of family and loved ones come first. I always say, we have our Zen places. For me, having grown up here on the East Coast of the United States, and we're within just a couple blocks of the ocean, and I grew up, where the ocean is pretty close by.
Amazing.
The ocean is a Zen place for me. Swimming, surfing, boogie boarding, floating in it, sailing it.
To LA because my husband saw all the stuff you're talking about.
It's like it's a total, for me, it's a total go-to place, and it's because the ocean is larger than me. And so there we go. When I go to the ocean, that's the Atlantic Ocean. When I go to the ocean, it is just, I'm balanced. The ocean and I have a great respect for one another. It's larger than me, but it breeds life. It provides enjoyment. But I know it's in charge. I'm not. So we have this mutual respect, the ocean and I respect it. It respects me. And it's a great, great place. The work that I do in television and radio stage brings me great joy. And I love having the opportunity to do things that really speak to me. Mm-hmm. I want the things that I do to bring joy to people, not just entertainment value and information and things of that nature, but they have to. And I think this comes from doing things for a while. You have the opportunity to then say, I really want to do this or create this or build this or work on this project because it matters. It makes a difference. It has a long lasting effect. So loved ones, family first, and friends, and the ocean is huge. I also love architecture. Before I went into this industry of broadcasting, television, radio, all this, I studied architecture and design.
I have to hang out with my husband. His dad is a brilliant architect. And this is so crazy. He says the exact same stuff that you're talking about with the ocean. Same words I've heard. You guys are very similar. It's cool.
And I'm a Libra, so I'm all about balance and harmony.
I love that.
We're always looking for ways to balance out the world and try to bring harmony. And I tend to not be somebody who is an extreme. So I'm not signed up to extreme there or signed up to extreme there. I tend to be a unifier. I'm in the middle. I find little elements from this group, little elements from that, little from here, there. And so I look for the common denominator. I look for the ways to bring us all to the table, bring us all together. Because the world likes spinning that way. Rather, we're all at the table and we all have a voice and we all have thoughts.
These days and the climate that we're in and everything, it is so important to listen to both and meet in the middle. It really is. It's just too divisive right now. It's tough. It's really tough otherwise. And I love what you're saying. I love what you're saying so much.
How have you dealt with the COVID pandemic and things of that nature to stay connected, creative, and sane through it all?
There have been ups and downs. I've had great days and not great days, so just like everybody. And because I am an introvert, there's parts of it that were a little easier for me. I mean, we had to homeschool our child for most of the year, which is interesting. But I was lucky that I did get to work and focus also on the book. And those things really helped. At the beginning, I will say I went a little loopy with the whole thing, just so fearful and reading such sad stories about what people were going through and are still going through. But you gotta find the light. You gotta find the light. And it took me a little while to accept that, but try to focus on the good, as much as you can, and support the people who need it. My animals got me through, my family got me through, and my creativity got me through. So thank you to all of those things.
Exactly. And I would agree with that. And that's the thing that you learn to be creative and you learn to stay connected. And we need that. We need that more than ever. And I'm hoping that, we've said it a lot on this show, people say, well, they want to return back to normal. And I'll say, well, was normal that great? I'm hoping that we return more compassionate, more empathetic. We listen more than just speak, that we really feel things more deeply and we work together more. And because I think, three energies came together. I think it was maybe a divine Mother Nature and planet Earth back in April of last year and said, enough with all the road rage and shootings and all this crazy stuff that's going on. Enough. We gave you life. We gave you this beautiful, bountiful earth. We gave you all these resources, and you guys are really fouling it up as humans. The animals don't know it. The trees, the ocean, they're just doing their thing. They don't know about a pandemic. They don't know about road rage.
They're loving it because we weren't polluting as much. There was all these other, I don't like saying that because so many people went through hell during this time, but there are silver linings in those ways. There was nature. Right. The animal shelters cleared out and everybody wanted to adopt animals. The first time ever that there weren't a bunch of crying dogs at the shelters. And there were those things.
Gardening was the biggest hobby last year in years. And I keep telling people, go out to, when things are crazy in life, when there's loss or fear, or surround yourself by the constants. Get out to nature, go to the ocean, go to the forest, go into a flower garden or whatever it is, surround yourself with the things that are constant, the things that were there, hundreds of years before you and will be here thousands of years after you, whether it's the ocean, the forest, whatever it may be. Just surround yourself with the things that are there. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, the tide comes in and out with the ocean, and it's going to do that regardless of what's going on in the human world. Mm-hmm. So if you feel like the human world is falling apart and you don't recognize anything anymore, if there's loss, surround yourself with the things that are there, that are constants, because then it sort of helps soften maybe some of the things that are not there anymore, some of the things that you're missing, some of the things that maybe just have been redone or rebooted. And I'm hoping that we rise from the ashes from all of this, again, more empathetic, more compassionate, and we really appreciate the things that are around us, including each other, because that's what life's all about. As we know through grief and through loss, life is precious, life is short. And if this year didn't remind us of that, I don't know what would, but it really, really is. And the time is now. I mean, it's great to plan for tomorrow, and we love looking back at the past. I love pulling out photos. I'm a very, let's, pay homage to the past, because that's what brought us to today. Those people and those events and experiences that we cherished in our lives got us to be where we are now. But the moment is right now. This is tomorrow. There's no guarantee. There's no contract or warranty that tomorrow exists for any of us.
You got it. You really got it. And I couldn't agree with all of that. Because I just we learned a lot, and I hope we don't forget those lessons in this, because I don't know one person who didn't learn a lot in this, including me. So I hope that we don't just forget it and get back to our self-absorbed lives. I hope that we keep that in our consciousness. Well,
absolutely. Well, we will keep out there. I will, you will, other similar, your husband, other similar people will be doing that. And I want to show that book again, because again, it really is a beautiful piece of art, as it is reading material. Griffin's Heart, Mourning Your Pet with No Apologies, a memoir, healing journal, and keepsake. Some of the words, some of the thoughts, some of the healing that's offered, would you say that is also, there's elements of that can be applied to other losses that might not just even be a pet, right?
Yep. That's the umbrella of disenfranchised grief. And I've said this before, but my very best friend, who I love to death, but she's not an animal person. She likes her animals, and she has a couple cats, but she's not me, who's, my world is around my animals. But she said, this isn't for animals. This isn't just for animals. This is just grief. This is about all types of grief, and learning about what the Dictionary of Psychology calls disenfranchised grief. That could be the loss of a job that you love. That could be the loss of, that could be a divorce, loss of a partner, so if it matters to you and you feel like you lost it, then it's grief, and it needs to be tended to.
Exactly. And it's okay to remember and talk about them again, and keep the flame alive and their love alive, right?
I hope that my family would not just want to forget about me. I want to be talked about. I want to be remembered. I want to be, look, I don't want people to put away the photos of me after I pass away. I want to be kept alive in the people who loved me's hearts, I hope.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Again, gang, the book and spread the word. Griffin's Heart really is wonderful. And I think it'll touch your life. There's so many teachable moments too, and it'll touch your life in different ways. And Reagan has been so open and expressive through this book. And for somehow, I like a lot of you viewers have been saying around the world, you don't think it's going to be her last book. Probably not. I'm somehow thinking something will be in development down the line, and of course, keep us posted on that, my friend. This really was absolutely beautiful, and with Passover last weekend, and this being Easter weekend, which is so hopeful, and resurrection, and remembering, and love, and life. A wonderful weekend, actually, to have you on. A wonderful stretch between Passover and Easter. Which is so beautiful for so many people around the world to have you here, religious or not. Just it's still a beautiful time, and a lot of people are thinking over the holidays. They think about those who are not with them anymore. It brings that back. So maybe what we've talked about today, the book, and just the conversation in general, maybe brought a sense of solace and peace and joy and remembrance for those who today or this weekend are, in pain or experiencing grief and the throes of it, at the height of it right now. I want to show a couple of comments here. Kathleen in New York says, "Thank you for sharing with us, Reagan. You are sweet. Blessings to you." She just lost her mother a few months ago. So she's still,
I'm so sorry. Oh.
yeah, and her father's already gone too. So it's a fresh thing, and she's been absorbing all of this. Karen says, Happy Easter to you and the family. Juanita, thank you, Reagan, for sharing your wonderful book and life stories with us. Great conversation. Karen in Nova Scotia, great meeting you, Reagan. Thank you for sharing with us. Please pass on a big hello to your hubby from a fellow Nova Scotian.
Well,
and Marty throws in something back to the acting part of what you do. What was it like working with Ray Romano and Gene Hackman?
Actually, I mean, that was a long time ago, but they were amazing. I don't know. I really have nothing else to say. Ray Romano is a gem of a human. He's a generous, wonderful man. And Gene Hackman's a bit of an acting god, right? So I tried to just, he was so supportive to me. I mean, I couldn't even believe it. And then I would just get too nervous to even speak because I'm like, how are you? What? You're complimenting me? I mean, anyway, so you just have to watch and learn, and that's my answer to that question.
And Ray was lucky, like Jerry Seinfeld, because they created television shows based on their lives, so they were able to sort of live some of those experiences through those shows, which I think is when you get a chance to do that, it's a beautiful thing. We've got another comment coming in from Louisiana, and Mona, she said, truly enjoyed meeting you, Reagan. This was a great show and you are so genuine. Please come back. I will tell my daughter about your book as well. Happy Easter to you and your family. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mona. We appreciate those beautiful words. And I love it. Yeah, all these great comments coming in. They're just having such a wonderful time with us here. And we will keep the porch light open and on for you, my friend. You're welcome back anytime. And this really was a beautiful conversation. And I really hope that you enjoyed not only the time with me as I have with you, but the show met whatever expectation you had of it.
No, this was so wonderful. Did not feel like work in any way. It felt soothing and amazing. You're very gifted at this. So I hope you keep going way beyond pandemic land.
Yeah, right. People have asked that. They said, Jim, you work in television, radio, you're busy all the time. Is this just a thing to keep us going during the pandemic? And I said, well, as long as all of you are here and it's growing and people just are really getting something from it, we'll keep doing it. We'll keep going because, we're getting a chance to touch people in ways that have even surpassed my expectations. Crystal Nolan in Connecticut says, thank you for your inspiring conversation, Reagan. I plan to buy your book. You're a very sweet and amazing woman. Happy Easter to you and your family, and God bless you as well. So you enjoy your weekend. Best to the family, best of health and blessings. And we toast you as well. And
my cold coffee.
Oh yeah, there we go. Cheers. Sláinte. And there was somebody else who's sort of my sidekick who was joining us this afternoon who really had a wonderful time, and that's George Burns. There he is.
A little strange, but I think it's kind of cool.
There he is.
I'd be meeting George today. I did not see that in the cards.
And remember, he played God in the movie.
That's
Oh God. So even God was on our side today.
I hope so.
Joined a little late, but loved what I've heard. Thanks, Reagan. And that's from Kathy Short, who's in Cleveland, Ohio. Soothing and amazing, great words to describe. Thank you very much, Karen. We appreciate that. And everybody sending you love and best wishes. Thanks for joining us on the show, my friend. Again, one last time, we will show it here because we want people to make sure they go to Amazon and the other usual locations where you can find wonderful reads like Griffin's Heart. Sending you all the best, and let's stay in touch. Hopefully, if you're on the East Coast ever, or I'm on a TV shoot on the West Coast, love to get together, break bread.
We'll have some barbecue for you and hang out. Your whole family's welcome anytime.
I appreciate that. Okay. You're a blessing. You take care and be well. And now go stretch those legs.
I really will. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Thanks for joining us.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye now. REAGAN Pasternak, our very special guest, extraordinary actress, singer, and author now as well of Griffin's Heart. Again, a wonderful book she penned, part memoir, also part really healing journey and dealing with the loss of a pet. And which again, some of the teachable moments in the book can be related to any losses in our lives. And Karen says, looking forward to reading your book, Reagan. Absolutely. Gang, I want to let you know that we had a guest scheduled for tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, Lords Lane, the wonderful singer, songwriter, violinist, humanitarian. But she had a family emergency. And we just found out only about an hour before this show. So, of course, we wished her our very best. So we won't be here tonight. We're going to enjoy the rest of the holiday weekend with our family. Blessed Easter to all of you. But we will, since we were going to be here tonight at 7 with another show, and we're going to reschedule Lords. Again, she had a family emergency, and she's so excited to be on the show, and she wants to join us. Just she had the emergency. I want to show you a couple of things real quick, and then we're going to have a little host chat. And then I want to show you something that came in the mail, which I think was quite beautiful. We thank again Reagan Pasternak for joining us here on the show. She was amazing. So again, Lords Lane, who was going to be with us tonight, she will be here down the line. We're going to reschedule her. We send her the best as well. I do want to let you know that coming up next week, we have some amazing guests. On Monday, Dan McCormick is going to be here. He's a brilliant actor. Then we also have amazing singer and songwriter, Queen Andrea. She's going to be joining us next week as well. Jenna Robbins, the extraordinary producer, director, and actress, is going to be with us as well. Award-winning producer and performer and more, Charles Bush, is going to be here live on the show. Then we also have Dr. Barbara Milton. She wrote a beautiful, beautiful book that is centered around her mother's life. It's called Heeding the Caregiver. And it's about caregiving and dealing with a family member who's ill, in her case with her mom with Alzheimer's. Dr. Milton herself has dealt with cancer as well. So that's going to be a very beautiful, beautiful, that's next week. That's going to be a beautiful conversation. She's also a personal friend. Then we have the extraordinary singer, songwriter, and performer, Joanie Pilato is going to be here as well next week. That's next Friday. She's going to be with us live. We can't wait. Ava, who used to be with Celtic Woman, is going to be with us as well, and she's going to perform live. She's with us next weekend. We can't wait. Coming up very soon, Patrick McEnroe, tennis star. His brother, of course, another tennis star, John McEnroe is his brother. Patrick is amazing. He's going to be here as well. And he's also a very popular tennis commentator on ESPN. You always see him on ESPN. He's going to be joining us as well. We're going to be talking about his career. We're going to be talking about everything and his family life and his wife, his children. His wife was actually a guest on our show. And Lisa Kelly, originally with Celtic Woman, has her own dance academy and lives here in the States, originally from Ireland. She's going to be joining us as well here on the Jim Masters Show live. Just want to show you something that if you missed it, Amy, one of our Levity viewers, sent in. She said, the world needs more love, more levity to go around, showing more compassion, more goodness can be found. Jim Masters is the perfect host with a heart made of pure gold, creates a wonderful space where kindness is true and bold, spreading love and levity, creating levity for all. Positive vibes and conversation can be found in Levity Hall. Welcoming to all his guests, positivity, and he's front and center. International audience of levities makes this show a proven winner. And we thank Amy for sending that in. Very beautiful. So we have a lot of great, amazing guests that are going to be coming up next week and beyond here on the Jim Masters Show live. Also, I want to let you know, too, Ryan Kelly is going to be joining us. Yes, a return visit for Ryan Kelly, who's going to be joining us. He's with Celtic Thunder and Byrne and Kelly. He's coming in just a couple weeks. And also another brilliant singer of Brazilian descent, but of course he's from here in America. Nathan Pacheco is going to be joining us here on the show, and he's another dear friend. Interviewed him on public television. He's joining us as well. And of course, we thank Reagan Pasternak for opening up her heart and sharing with us this wonderful conversation with me here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Again, there is the book, and we appreciate her joining us as well. Now, before we go, I just want to, Lily, thank you, Lily. We appreciate you being here as well. Bobby says, Jenner has been my friend for years. Charles Boss, I love these guests. They're all coming up this week. Juanita says, great show once again. Thanks, Jim. Such an important topic. Hey, everybody, we would love it if you would subscribe to and share our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Again, that's Jim Masters TV. We would absolutely love that. Spread the word, spread the levity. Subscribe to the channel and then click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our exciting daily content with the Jim Masters Show Live, and also with the Masters Mantras visual and verbal inspiring videos that we do, the sort of like TikTok videos, so check that out. Again, you're on YouTube right now, Jim Masters TV. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Jim Masters TV, and we hope to see you there. I want to show you before we go, we have some gifts that have come in, and here's a big one, this big box that just arrived, and it comes from wonderful Kathleen Walker in New York City, and it's tied to Easter. And it's like I couldn't believe that. I opened up this package. Also got a package from Maureen, and I don't know if she's with us now, so we're gonna open that on Monday's show. She sent something really beautiful that she had custom made. We will debut that on Monday's show. So Maureen, if you're watching later, that box you sent, we will open that on Monday's show. So would love for you to be here when we do that. But Kathleen, I know, is watching. Look at this. It's like a lovely care package, this beautiful Easter card, which we'll open up in a second. And look at all these goodies. That's one of those ties, like the tie Beanie Babies. Look at that, huh? Another cast of character here. And look at all of this. This is like an Easter basket. Thank you so much, Kathleen. Again, you guys are amazing with all these beautiful gifts. Look at this, Dove chocolate. Again, Levity strikes again on the Jim Masters Show Live with this. I cannot believe this, coming from wonderful Levity and friend Kathleen. I mean, look at the size of the box. I mean, this is, how do we bring it in here? This box is deep. It's a big box. And yes, it says fragile. It sure is. And they didn't break anything when they shipped it. Look at this. There's Reese's eggs, king size. Oh my God. And of course, with Easter, and we wish all of you a very beautiful and blessed Easter. It is a beautiful time of the year. Easter is one of my favorite holidays, as is Christmas and Thanksgiving. Look at this. Famous Peeps. And some of you said you've been coloring eggs with your family. We're doing that as well. I always love the hard-boiled eggs, the colored eggs. Look at that. These are amazing. These are Russell Stover chocolates. Again, this is all in this. I wanted to make sure I showed this on Easter weekend. We just retrieved this box that was waiting for us. Mini eggs. These are those like almost like those milk chocolate eggs, and again, much more. And then the yellow Peeps. It's unbelievable. You guys want to reach in, help me have some of this? The Reese's Pieces eggs. And what is Easter without, of course, love of family and God and all, but jelly beans from our Levity viewer, Kathleen Walker in New York City. Look at that. Pectin jelly beans. That's crazy. Unbelievable. Fantastic, too. Look at this. Robin eggs, mini robin eggs. This is all in here, folks. Pez. I've been to the Pez plant. It's actually in Connecticut where they make the Pez candy. I've actually was on a TV shoot where they do that. Kathleen, maybe we'll show you that one of these days. Look at this, the Pez dispenser. Isn't that cool? Look at that. For Easter, it's a happy Easter one. Now that's fantastic. I'm bowled over literally by all this. We're not done yet, folks. Look at this. This is all in this lovely care package from one of our viewers, the wonderful Kathleen Walker in New York City. You've outdone yourself, Kathleen. You're an unbelievable person. And again, if you want white chocolate, we've got you covered there too. White fudge. Look at that. It's unbelievable. We're not done. Happy Easter, everybody. You like the peanut butter. So you got the chocolate, then you got the white chocolate, then you got the peanut butter. Wow, I'm really going to have to cycle, play tennis, and swim in the ocean to work this off. But we will have help. We will have help with this. Won't be just me having it. Look at that. Milk chocolate. Isn't that amazing? So you got the milk chocolate, you got the peanut butter, you got the white chocolate. It's unbelievable. This is what you call... This is an Easter, not an Easter basket. This is an Easter box. Look at all of this, all these goodies. Thank you very much. That is so beautiful to you to send all of this. Look at that. I couldn't believe that. That's unbelievable. It touches my heart, of course. It's a beautiful thought and very caring, Kathleen, for doing that. Look at that. Don't you want to just reach in, Dove? Chocolate. Wow. Thank you very much. We will enjoy all of that. And of course, that's a very beautiful thing. And I thank you very much, Kathleen in New York, for doing that. Really makes a beautiful Easter weekend even more beautiful. We'll be celebrating with our family tonight. Since we don't have the show, what happened was we originally had the show scheduled for 7 p.m. And then with Reagan Pasternak, we wanted to have her on this weekend as well. Since the 7 was already booked, that's why we did an earlier show. And because it's the holiday weekend, we'd wanted to do the earlier show so people would enjoy the holiday. So Lord's Lane will be back with us at some point soon. Again, she had a family emergency, so we won't have a show tonight. Might do a quick little Easter pop-up message maybe in the morning tomorrow if we have time. It depends on what we're doing with the family, possibly on Easter itself. If not, then have a beautiful Easter, and we're back on Monday. And before you know it, Monday will be here. I know you guys post and comment that you miss the show when it's not here. And we, of course, miss all of you. I just want to show this again. We're looking for a place on set to... place on set. I'm probably blocking my voice. Place on set to hang this. This came from Karen Campbell Green in Nova Scotia. If you missed it when we showed this in a huge box that she sent a huge box of goodies, which again was well beyond, most of which are gone. Welcome to Lovety Hall. Spread the Lovety. Custom made by an artist, Dan C. in Nova Scotia, Canada, and dated as well, January 2021, and this came in the box. Welcome to Lovety Hall on the Jim Masters Show Live. Spread the Lovety. Is that not beautiful? And that came from Karen Campbell Green in Nova Scotia, along with a lot of other goodies. We're looking for a spot. We're thinking maybe here. We might find, if we can get it there or somewhere else where it's visible more, we may get it there as well. But again, another beautiful, beautiful gift. And matter of fact, let's see if we can slide back a little bit and I can reach over without breaking anything. It's probably hard to see this, but this is actually made of ceramic. I don't know if you saw this added to the set for this weekend, for the holiday weekend. This is a beautiful ceramic chocolate bunny. And my mother made this actually years ago. And there's a whole set. She made a lot of different ceramic things, eggs and all these different things for the family. And my family has always been into decorating for Christmas, big time, the whole house, and Easter as well, with all the Easter decorations. And, you know, if she could, she would still give us Easter baskets. And so she made this several years ago, and we still have it here, and we always bring it out. It's a ceramic chocolate bunny, beautifully done. I mean, the detail and everything, and her initials are on the back. So we always put this out for Easter, among a few other things that are out for Easter as well. So just wanted to show this. Mom made this again. So there you go. There's the Easter bunny. We're going to post on Facebook. There's this cool photo when I played the Easter Bunny in a shopping mall once. I was asked to do that. The Easter Bunny that would have the pictures taken with the kids, or the kids would have the picture taken, kind of like what they do with Santa Claus. Well, there was one year I was asked to do that. You do all kinds of different things in your career. I said, sure, why not? I've never done that before. I've done two things similar to that. One was being the Easter Bunny, where kids will have their pictures taken with me as in the costume. And I'll post that picture on our Facebook page at Jim Masters TV. But also Santa Claus. I was dressed up and played Santa Claus for a concert event in New York City in Manhattan, where I was the MC, the master of ceremonies for the concert. And then they asked me if I could double as being Santa Claus. So I got a chance to do that. Again, that was a lot of fun. But I tell you, the costume, the Easter Bunny costume that I was asked to wear, very, very hot. And the head with the ears. We're going to post a picture this weekend. Look for it on our Facebook page at Jim Masters TV. You'll see the picture of me as the Easter Bunny. It was really cool. And the kids loved it. And it was really one. It was, way back. But Easter is a beautiful time to spend with family, friends, those of you who go to church services as well. We usually go as well. It's a beautiful time. Really, really is a time of resurrection and so much more. Jim, is that a spooky doll right next to the genie lamp? The genie lamp? So the genie lamp's there. There's Jimmy the Clown. There's Silver. That's Casper. I don't know if you were with us when we unveiled Casper, the friendly ghost. Casper is on our show now too. He came from a close friend. This is a family heirloom. That Casper collectible is probably over 25 years old. Very hard to find. And that was given as a gift. Kind of like Dream of Denver, who was with us last week, gave us the Gilligan. Another friend gave the that is a crystal turtle. Several years ago, before I started the show, they gave that, dear friend, Beth, and gave that, and Gilligan, and they've got Casper as a recent introduction. Silver, when I was on the TV shoot in Europe. Jimmy the Clown, childhood toy, the I Dream of Jeannie bottle. You saw George Burns earlier. Lin is asleep. We got to get Lin back on. And all these other cool things. I remember these performances you're talking about. Bobby, it was so wonderful having you on the show today. That ceramic bunny is cool, isn't it? Yeah, Mom made this in ceramics. She did ceramics. They did all those things over the years. A Halloween doll on that angle. It's Casper. Yeah, Casper's with us as well. Absolutely. Yeah, you guys are cool. Is your mom related to the Griswolds from National Lampoon's Vacation movies? Scream Queen Army. Scream Queen Army. Trying to say that 5 times fast. Chris is watching in Northern Ireland. Happy Easter, Chris. Doesn't it look like chocolate, the bunny? Very talented. Yeah, crocheting, baking, all of that. Mom and all of her sisters, and very, very much into all of that. Wow, and my sister as well. Wow, that ceramic bunny is beautiful. Perfect spot. Yes, it's going to go back right there, the bunny. Willie says, beautiful. And boy, do we have a lot of candy to eat here, huh? Happy Easter, Jim and Lovities. What are you guys doing for Easter? Again, we're going to be spending it. Since we have no show tonight, I'm doing a little host chat now to be with all of you. There's another beautiful gift that I opened that came from Maureen, who is in Arizona. And I want to wait until she's tuned in. I don't know if she's tuned in right now. So I want to open it when she's here. So we're going to do it on our Monday episode when actor Dan McCormick is here. Happy Easter to you, Chris, in Northern Ireland. We're going to get all spiffed up because we have church in the morning and then the Easter meal, and beautiful day. It's beautiful weather here along the coast today. Picture perfect weather. Absolutely beautiful. So again, on Monday, I'll show you that really beautiful thing that Maureen had custom made. We opened up the box this morning because I wasn't sure if she was going to be on today, tuned in. I knew Kathleen would be, so I wanted to make sure we opened up this package from Kathleen, this Easter basket box from New York, filled with all those goodies. So thank you, Kathleen. Matter of fact, I should open up the card as well, because I like to open up the cards when I can during the show. You guys are the best. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for spreading the word about our Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. Thanks for tuning in as often as you do. Thanks for all the live posts and comments. Thanks for sharing, telling everybody. Just keep spreading the word, spreading the levity. Tell everybody you know about this cool show that you really enjoy called the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. And let them know about it, that it's here on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV, and subscribe to the channel, share the levity. We would really love that. That helps the show big time and gets the word out there more and helps us continue to deliver the content, the episodes, and everything you guys really enjoy, because I know you really enjoy it so much. You express it in your posts, your messages, your emails, your private messages, and it really means a lot. And some of you have really opened up to me about how much you really look forward to this show every day. And if it's not on because of holidays or I'm called away on a TV project or something, that you miss it. Generally, we're here every day. This weekend, we weren't here on Good Friday. We were with family, and then tomorrow's Easter. So again, we might do a quick pop-up Easter message tomorrow, possibly. It depends on how the busy day goes. But for those of you watching now, I do wish you a very beautiful and blessed Easter. If you don't celebrate Easter, I wish you a phenomenal weekend. Those who celebrated Passover, I hope your Passover was beautiful. For someone special, this comes from Kathleen. Boy, do we have a lot of cards that have come in. It feels like Christmas, from family and friends. And we send Easter cards out as well. I don't know if a lot of people do that anymore. I know they do Christmas. Some people don't even do the Christmas cards anymore, but we like to send the physical Christmas cards and Easter cards to relatives, family, and friends. And one of my best friends in New York, he's like salt of the earth. We've known each other for years. He still sends cards, St. Patrick's cards, birthday cards. He's old school, and I love it. I think it's cool. Really nice. I hope you know how much I treasure our friendship. You are always there for me, especially during the most difficult times of my life. Your love, support, and friendship mean the world to me. Hope you have a wonderful Easter. And I pray we can see each other again very soon. Love you, miss you. XOXOXO. Happy Easter, my friend. Happy Easter. Love, Kathleen and dear Jim 2021. And then in the card itself, we've shared so much fun together, good times, great memories, lots of laughter. It's no wonder that thinking of you always brings a smile, especially at Easter. That's a beautiful card. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kathleen. I don't know if you wanted me to open it publicly, but I think the words deserve to be shared because it's such a beautiful card. There you go. Isn't that nice? That card is going right on the other side of the house with all the other cards that are lined up and all the other Easter goodies that are there. And maybe we'll put this new cast of character there too. How cute that one is. Look at the eyes on that. Look at the eyes have it. Isn't that cool? And my favorite color is green. So that's kind of cool. Look at the way he's looking at me. Are you having a good time? He's having a good time. Remember Ty Beanie Babies? Oh, look at the feet. Isn't that cute? Hey, you know what? You got to laugh. You got to lighten the load. We're all serious and professional and everything else, but sometimes it's good to just relax, kick back, chill, have fun. Look at that face. How can you turn the face like that down? Thanks, Kathleen. Love it. It blew the lights out. It's so bright. It sort of blows the lights out. Beautiful card, beautiful gift. And all of you. And again, here comes Peter Cottontail tomorrow for all the kids that are going to be loving their Easter tomorrow. And we love this mug that came in from Nova Scotia. And of course, the mug, there was a beautiful mug from Pine Island, Florida that came in from Mary Bishop that we use. So we're starting a new thing on the Jim Masters Show Live. We're rotating the mugs. Of course, Kathleen sent that New York Mets beautiful wine glass. Sometimes I use the martini glass. Sometimes I use a coffee cup. Sometimes I use things that you guys have sent in, like this one from Karen in Nova Scotia. So we're starting a new thing here. I'm going to be using different mugs because I am a mug person. I've always collected them. Going to be using different mugs from the ones that the viewers are sending in, the ones that I find along the way, and we're going to change it up a bit, keep it spiced up. We always have something here to toast you with. That's why this is here. It also, lubricates the vocal cords while I'm talking so much with these extended shows. But it's really to toast you, to toast all of our viewers, our lovities, our guests, and to thank you for all of the love and support on the Jim Masters Show Live. It means a great deal, whether you watch us live, whether you comment live, or you do it later, or you just watch it on demand on our YouTube channel. It means a great deal. In here is just some green tea. Just some green tea. That's it. Fresh, chilled green tea. It tastes really, really good. Let's take a look at some of the comments here, doing just a quick host chat. Again, our guest tonight had a family emergency, the one at 7 p.m., Lord's Lane. So we won't have a show tonight. Instead, everybody, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day and the Easter holiday, and tomorrow as well. We might do a quick pop-up, something maybe just 10 minutes, 15 minutes, possibly. It depends on. We'll announce it on the Facebook page and the YouTube channel if we do. Chris in Northern Ireland says, happy Easter, Jim, and lovelies. You too, Chris. All the very, very best. And Christine Clifton says, thanks for a beautiful show today with Reagan. She helps heal hearts, a true lovely. Our terrific special guests in the coming weeks. Have a blessed weekend, Jim, and lovely friends. You as well. And happy birthday to Bobby's son. That's right, Bobby. Happy birthday to your son. We wish him nothing but all the blessings in life and all the joy in life as well. And that comes from Juanita and also from me. Have a Rita's teas with the chocolate. Absolutely. That sounds really good right about now, Karen. We got some cold green tea in the mug, but maybe that. Bobby Horwitz says, 'tis my son David's birthday tomorrow on Easter Sunday and the last day of Passover. I'll need to be connecting with him shortly. Happy holiday, everyone. To all, thank you for all you do, Jim. The pleasure is all mine. Wish him the very best, Bobby, and hopefully we'll see you and David and all soon in the big city. You be well, Bobby, and happy birthday to your son. Kathleen Walker, so glad you like it. Thank you very much, Kathleen. Beautiful words in the card, beautiful gift. You certainly went over and beyond, as you usually do. I'm reaching in for those mini eggs, Jem, Karen in Nova Scotia. I know there's enough goodies there till Christmas. You're right. Amy says, happy Easter, all lovelies. You as well. My name is Olive. Olive, welcome to our show. It's so nice to see you here once again. Beautiful name, Olive. The bunny came early to you. Yes, I know. I think I heard there's more tomorrow. There's some Easter egg coloring and other things that are going to be happening tonight. It looks so yummy. Happy Easter to Jim and our lovely family, to all of you as well. A very, very happy Easter from everybody here. Love mini eggs. Wow, that's a fantastic Easter basket. No stroop waffles. Nope, we don't have any stroop waffles in there. No, that's specifically a Dutch creation. Dove chocolate is so good. Beanie Boo, we love you back. Bobby Horwitz, Jim Masters, you're the definition of a mensch. You know, that's the second or third time I've heard that, Bobby. You know who also said that? And that's a cool word. I've always loved that word. That's a very positive word. Craig Allen, the weathercaster on WCBS News 88 Radio in New York City, who's also a friend, and was on WCBS Channel 2 News for years, and I believe WPIX 11, but WCBS News 88. He said the same thing. Craig Allen said, Jim, you're a mensch. And I love that. Thank you, Bobby. And happy birthday to David. So happy birthday to David as well. Great lineup you have to look forward to. All the guests coming up next week and so much more. Thanks, Jim. It was a great show. Love it so much. Really made me feel great to know other people feel the same way about their pets. I agree with you, Juanita. A very important topic. I miss my dogs. I knew you guys would really love this episode. It had a mix of everything, levity, as well as just some beautiful, beautiful moments. Juanita says, great show again. Once again, Jim, thanks. Such an important topic, I believe. Yeah. It really was. And then we talked a little bit about her acting career. And again, you've seen her on HBO and Netflix and all these other great places. Willie says, Happy Easter, Jim and my friends. To you as well. Blessed Easter to you and the family there and for your friends in Holland. When I saw the words on the mug, I instantly thought of you, Jim. Thank you very much. That's a beautiful thing to say. Enjoy and happy holiday. And happy birthday to David, right? Happy birthday to David. Happy birthday to David. Happy birthday to David. Happy birthday to him. Short and sweet. And thank you very much. All right, gang. Everybody's doing well. It's nice to see all these smiley faces. We've been on for about an hour and 45 minutes. Wonderful guest, REAGAN Pasternak, originally from Toronto, Canada, makes her home in Los Angeles, California. You'll see her, I'm sure, on other projects and productions. Wherever you are around the world, we hope you have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful rest of your holiday. Again, we were going to be here tonight with another show, but we're going to play. Since our guest was not available, we got to contact about an hour before this show that she had a family emergency. So we said, no worries. We will reschedule Lord's Lane coming up in a future broadcast. So look for that. Mary Bishop is here. Happy Easter, Jim and lovely friends. Good to see you here as well. And anybody that's watching, and happy Easter to you. And anybody that's watching later on our YouTube channel, a lot of people like to binge our episodes. Feel free to do that. Feel free to watch our shows later on or whenever you want. They are all available 24/7 for you, 365 on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. So it's a beautiful day. We're going to go outside and catch some rays with everybody and do our thing, social distance, masks, all those things. We wish you, again, all the blessings of the Easter holiday. This is our first Easter together, actually, right? Our very first Easter together. We had the first St. Valentine's Day as well as St. Patrick's Day together, and now our first Easter weekend together, because we started our show a year ago almost after Easter had come and gone. It was just before Mother's Day, actually. It was sort of the latter part of April, early May, when the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series came to life. Almost a year ago. We're going to have a lot of fun as we count down to our 1-year anniversary. Again, tell everybody you know, share the links. You know, you can share the YouTube links on your Facebook pages as well. You can easily share those links. Just copy and paste the link onto your Facebook page, and you can do that as well. Share it on your Facebook page, the episodes. Easter blessings to everybody, you, Karen, as well. And you're very welcome, Olive. You're very welcome. And Kathleen, thank you again. Have a happy and blessed Easter, my friend. Have a great night. Good night, all. Stay safe. You too, Kathleen. I hope you have a wonderful Easter holiday with the gang, and we wish you nothing but the best. We're going to post that funny Easter bunny outfit that I wore several years ago when I played the Easter bunny in the mall for just one time when I was asked to do it, where kids can come and have their picture taken with the Easter bunny. I don't even know they still do that anymore, but that was a lot of fun. All right, gang, we love you all. We're going to wrap up just under 2 hours here. A terrific show on a Saturday afternoon together. So now you have the rest of your evening to enjoy, and all day tomorrow. Again, we may pop up with something quick in the morning tomorrow, but if not, we will see you real soon on Monday. We're back on Monday. Mona says, happy Easter to all. Hugs and love to all. Stay safe. Juanita, I can't wait to get that package. I think we're going to wind up getting it on Monday. We weren't able to get it today because of the holiday, but I believe the package is waiting for us, the one that you sent from South Africa. So the package is waiting for us, Juanita. And we're going to go retrieve that on Monday, which will be the 5th of April. And I can't wait to see what that is. Thanks so much in advance, Juanita. Beautiful to send whatever you sent. Good night, everyone. Have a great day tomorrow. Remember, there's one more parcel waiting for Jem. Yes, one more. And we're going to get it on Monday. We're going to get it on Monday, and I can't wait. And we'll open it up on Monday. What we'll do is we'll share it on the show Monday night. And then we'll also open up the one or share the one that Maureen sent as well, which I have. I have it here, but I want to wait till Maureen is with us so she can see us share it. You have a good rest of your Easter weekend, Juanita, and you have seen 290 episodes of the Jim Masters Show live, Willie in the Netherlands. That's beautiful. You know, tulips are big this weekend, and tulips, of course, a lot of them come from the Holland area. And you have a blessed Easter, Willie. Karen Campbell Green says, God bless you as well. And Crystal Nolan says, happy Easter to you and your family, Jim and Lovelace. Thank you for an amazing show. My pleasure. Every show is something fun. Juanita is Jim's not so secret Santa, LOL. I think all of them, Kathleen, Christine, Maureen, Anne, Mary, Mona, now Juanita, have all sent unbelievable things here, which I cherish. That little lemon drop. The name is Lemon Drop. So that's Lemon Drop right there. You've seen Lemon Drop debut on the Jim Masters Show live as lovely viewer Kathleen, dear friend, sent this our way for Easter weekend. So lovely to you from Lemon Drop this Easter holiday weekend from all of us here at the Jim Masters Show live. Look at that face. Look at that. It blows the lights out. I sort of go dark, and then the lights have to reposition themselves. Sweet name. Whatever you're doing, if you're just staying home and relaxing, which a lot of people are doing, as they're still socially distant. And I know some of the countries in Europe, I think Merlin said that Canada, or at least Ontario, is down on a lockdown again. So it's tough times still. Be safe with everything. With the even though we've got the vaccines, still be safe. I'll have my second one. We're lucky here because the ages are all the way down to age 16. Years of age. Anybody 16 years of age and up can get a vaccine here where we are here. So I got mine, first one, all is good. And then in about a week or so, 2 weeks, I think it is, I'll be getting the second one as well. So you're going to have turkey dinner with your kids. Really nice. That sounds terrific. Enjoy that. Yes. Trying to arrange something from South Africa, not possible to stay anonymous. I guess not. God bless from Karen as well. So, gang, we toast you all. We hope that you had a wonderful episode. This was sort of like a combo, double Lovity. We're supposed to have double Lovity with two shows, right? One at 3 and one at 7 Eastern. But since we're not having the other show because the guest had a family emergency, we got double Lovity happening right now with our guest earlier, REAGAN Pasternak, and then this extended host Lovity chat that we're doing here on the show. Don't forget to smile, everybody. Don't forget to share the Lovity. And don't forget to find your Zen place. We talked about the ocean earlier with REAGAN. As you guys know, the ocean is one of my favorite places. And of course, time with loving family and friends is numero uno. My work in television and radio, stage as well, on air, on camera, behind the scenes, all very important. And do what you love what you do. I certainly do as well. So that's another Zen place. The Jim Masters Show Live is here for you. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Today we did a special. Again, sometimes, as I mentioned, we do bonus shows, extra shows, host chat shows, on location shows, guests. I mean, this entertainment lifestyle talk show series really has a lot of variety and something different every day. Want to let you know, too, a week from today, something very important. Dee Wallace, yes, legendary Hollywood actress. She was in E.T., the movie, the extraterrestrial, The Howling, The Hills Have Eyes. She was on all the TV shows over the years, like Streets of San Francisco and Police Woman and Touched by an Angel and so many others. She is here with us. She's an extraordinary movie star, television star, Dee Wallace, and she is with us next Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. I know we've been telling you about it. Well, the time has come. She's joining us a week from tonight. The wonderful veteran television and film actress, Dee Wallace, is going to be with us next Saturday. That's going to be amazing. We have so many guests coming up. Absolutely. Good night, all. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. You too, Chris, and Northern Ireland there as well. And all kinds of fun stuff coming in from Willie here. Thank you very much for all these great emojis. And love it, love it, love it. Easy on the chocolates tomorrow, gang. I know. All right, gang. You're the best. This was cool. Another fantastic episode. If you missed any of our episodes of the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series, you can find them all on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. And again, while you're there, we would love it if you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the content on our channel. All right. We've been here together for about 2 hours. That's longer than most shows go. Whether it's on television, radio, or the internet, most shows don't go 2 hours. But we tend to, because we have a good time with all of you as we bring back the lost art of conversation. So we're going to wrap up. Again, for those of you who are here now or tune in later, we won't be here later tonight. Our guest, again, was called away due to a family emergency. So we extended this show a little bit to have some host chat and to wish you a very happy and joyous Easter. We had a little mini Easter show here for you, along with our special guest as well. Love you all. You be well. Stay safe. A very, very happy Easter from all of us here at the Jim Masters Show Live, and from my family and friends to you and yours. We hope you have a beautiful holiday, and we may do a quick pop-up tomorrow. If so, it might be something really short, just a quick video, maybe 5-10 minutes, if that. Tomorrow, look for that either on Facebook or on YouTube. And otherwise, if not, we will see you on Monday for more of the Jim Masters Show Live. You guys are the very best. Thank you so much for joining us. This is your host, Jim Masters, thanking you for your time this time till next time. And it's a blessing. Matter of fact, you know what? There's one more thing I want to show you here before we go. And it's about Griffin's heart. Actually, we were going to show this during the show, but let me show you this now. It's really nice. Take a look. Very beautiful. Just wanted to show you that before we go, because that was a video for the book, Griffin's Heart, where Reagan Pasternack was our guest earlier. If you joined us late, she was our guest, Canadian actress, singer, and author, Reagan Pasternack. And she was amazing. We loved having her here. We'll have her back as well. So again, there's the book. If you joined us late, Griffin's Heart. We just wanted to show that video before we go. We were going to show it actually when we were having the conversation with Reagan, but she and I got so immersed in such a brilliant conversation that the time just flew by. So I wanted to make sure that we showed you that video before we go again about the book, which you can find on Amazon. Amazing guests coming up throughout the week, and we're booked with guests all the way into June, which is amazing considering we just started April. Love you all. You guys are the very best. You take care. Beautiful video. I agree, isn't it? I wanted to make sure we got that in before today's episode wrapped. All right, gang. You're the best. It's beautiful and sunny here where we are. I know Juanita's not too happy. They're entering winter, and we're getting close to summer here. Wherever you're watching in the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Asia, we love you all. I know that you guys watch from all around the world. Your comments are amazing. Your love and support of this series, the Jim Master Show Live, is exceeded all my expectations, and it's really absolutely beautiful. So here comes Peter Cottontail, and he's coming tomorrow. That's right. You're going to put your Easter bonnet on? I don't think there's any Easter parades this year, but hopefully next year there shall be. So once again, for all of us here at the Jim Master Show Live, we wish you nothing but the very, very best for this weekend, and a happy, happy Easter. Happy Easter. That's it. That's a wrap. We're not good with goodbyes. None of us. You guys aren't either. You guys aren't good with the goodbyes. None of us like the goodbyes. So we'll just say, see you later. We'll be back. And again, a very, very happy Easter from all of us here at the Jim Masters Show Live. All right, gang. We love you all. And we shall see you again soon. Happy Easter. Thanks for joining us. Take care and be well. Want me to keep talking? I could, There's more comments coming in. Happy Easter, everyone. You too, Kathleen. Christine Clifton. What a beautiful video. See you all on Monday. Be careful with all the chocolates around our fur children. Yes. Very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Perfect, gang. Very nice. All right. Sending a lovely this Easter and always this holiday weekend from Jim Masters and all of us here. More comments coming in. Beautiful video. Happy Easter to all. Until next time. Yeah, I know you're not happy with the winter coming. Anyone I can visit for the next 6 months, not too happy. And Kathleen says, happy Easter, everyone. To you and yours, again, happy Easter. We shall see you. All right, we'll be back definitely with Dan McCormick Monday, our very special guest, actor Dan McCormick. We're going to have a good time with Dan, and looking forward to having you guys with us. If you're not, you can watch the shows all the time in our archives on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. All right, that's a wrap. A couple more comments coming in. You have a good day. Happy Easter, and we'll see you soon. I know I said that about 5 times, but hey, just let it soak up and sink in. Love you all. You take care and be well. And again, a blessed and joyous happy Easter. We'll see you on Monday, definitely, and then maybe a quick thing tomorrow. If not, we'll see you on Monday. Have a wonderful time and a beautiful Easter. Bye-bye.